Hi there, welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Dubston, and it is wonderful that you are here with me for our first full-fledged, full-fat I Ching Cafe forecast for June, the weeklies, for the week commencing the 2nd of June 2025. Right, so before we get into what this week is asking us to pay attention to, as always, we dip into last week to think about what was happening with Hexagram 7, the army. We were asked to, through this locked hexagram, concentrate our force, have a clear plan, have a direction, mobilize the resources around us to focus and do what needs to get done, and rally the troops to undertake something important, to really move forward, just like an army is drawn out of the community to undertake this important process of protecting life and dignity and rights. And then when that crisis is over, everyone can go back into their lives, back into what they need to do, and we disassemble. So last week would have had an energy for you of intensity, of focus, of needing to really steel your courage, as I spoke about, and just suck all that energy in and mobilize the people around you, mobilize your team and your family, potentially your friends, mobilize everyone, and undertake this important thing to move forward. So if there was anything that came up for you, I know the week was intense for me, please do share a comment. Okay, this week, I don't know what's happening in the flow of change, but we have another locked hexagram this week. Okay, so our locked hexagram this week is a very, very different energy. It's hexagram 9, the small tames or the small accumulates. The idea with this hexagram is that we let go of the energy we had in May of the Tower, okay, which is kind of like the opposite of what this hexagram asks us to pay attention to. In contemplation, it's get the eagle eye perspective, pull yourself up, have a bigger picture, right? See things in context. That's how we move forward. This hexagram, locked, intensified, it's all about the details, the small things. So yes, it's about sweating the small stuff this week. What that might feel like for us is that wealth of small things come up, decisions to be made, things come up, things to do, small things, okay? No one big meaty thing for us to stick our teeth into, but a whole lot of small things that might even feel unrelated, disconnected. We can't see how we are dealing with all these different issues, how they are coalescing, what they mean, but they're connected. You might find that in your work environment, there's lots of little problems to pay attention to, right? And the little problems bring us to our knees, okay? That's why this hexagram is called the small tames, because it's the small things that tame us. But it's the small things that accumulate, if done well, into the big. Okay, so it has these two aspects to it. The image I think of when I think of the small tames is a giant container ship in a harbor that's tethered to the harbor by a few ropes. Okay, I know they are pretty big ropes, but it's that idea of this massive thing that is restrained by these small things. Okay, the small things will restrain us this week. The small things will ask us to pay attention to what they need. And the image that goes with this hexagram is that idea of when we are a farmer or a caretaker. Think about if you farm fruit trees, for example. Every single tree in your crop is important. And of course, if one gets sick, it can pass on fungus and bacteria and things to other trees. That's how we make sure we pay attention to every single tree. We work the land. We pay attention to the condition of every little apple or every little orange. We are immersed in observing our environment and paying attention to the small things, whether that's our herd of cattle or sheep, our chickens, all right? The small little things that seem insignificant are the things that are going to restrain us this week. And we can take a strategy, all right, of the small things don't count. What counts is the big picture. That is going to be our undoing. We're not going to really get the value of the week if we take it from that angle. If we take the angle of, I'm a farmer, I'm looking after all the small things, a farmer is always a million things to take care of, right? From every single creature that we are responsible for, if I take that view of the farmer where I've got my arms wrapped around my farm and I'm caring for all the small things and I attend to each thing as it comes up, I give each thing what it needs, what happens is the value of the entire farm, okay, the entire thing that we are creating lifts up, all right? It accumulates value because we have paid attention to the small things. So I'm sorry to say, big picture thinking is not well aligned for this week. What we have to do is just give everything that pops out of the woodwork, right? Everything that pops out, just deal with it, right? And as we do that, we start accumulating and increasing the value of what we are doing, all right? It might be frustrating, all right, having small things trap the whole process. It's like you doing this big project and you've got a big deadline and everyone is well trained and everyone's doing it and the photocopy machine breaks down. And because of that, there's like a task we can't do and then that has other issues and knock-on effects. It's a silly example, but it illustrates this idea of when one little thing falls over, we have to attend to that one thing, all right? Because it has such a knock-on effect. The small things tame us. At the same time, if we love and care for the small things, they liberate us as a collective. I love that idea. All right, short and sweet this week because it's locked. That's what it is. We have an important job to do this week where the small things are critical. We've got a lot to focus on this week, lots of little disparate things that all need our care and our love and our family embrace, and we can do it. We can focus on those things and care for them and make them prosper so that we can prosper. If you've not yet done so, remember to go and check out the monthly overview, which is not a locked hexagram this month, thank heavens, but it does bring us some challenges as we are paddling like crazy through the white water. Thank you for being here with me. Thumbs up if this was great or you got some value out of the session with me. And please do subscribe, hit the bell, hit the follow button if you'd like to keep getting the episodes into your app as they land. Thank you so much. Wishing you a wonderful week with the joy of the small things coming to bless you.